This is round number 12 of the season, and we head to one of my favourite circuits on the calendar, the circuit of Spa-Francorchamps for the Belgium Grand Prix in the Ardennes Forest. My name is Jess Ball, and I'm usually joined by my co-commentator Evil Dragon, but he is busy tonight, so joining alongside me instead, we have got Mark, also known as Old School. How are you doing tonight, Mark?
I'm really good. This is quite a pivotal time in the championship for D3, so it's going to be a good race. They need to do some moves on Chris, because otherwise I think it's pretty much his to lose going into the final run. So yeah, it's going to be fun. Oh, it's a bit dark.
Yeah, it is quite dark at the Ardennes Forest at the moment. The highest chance of rainfall, I think, on any circuit at the moment. Yes, we did see Chris did get some points last week, but it wasn't him that won the race. It was Matty that won the race in Baku, believe it or not. Quite a lot of DNFs in D3 last week. So hopefully no more DNFs of that nature this week, but luckily the track is more wider, so it should be fine. Chris leads the way with a big gap over Chill, 172 to Chill's 124. A 2-point gap between Chill and Cam in third, with Matty in fourth on 113, that closely followed by Mick in fifth, MCR sixth, Jasper in seventh, Marty 8th, Abode 9th, and Aledi is your top 10, joint with Ryan B, who's not here tonight. He is replaced by... I don't see anyone replacing him in a Mercedes tonight, so there's no Mercedes driver putting in for him anyway. So those are your top 11, at least, because they're joint on points. But let's get started with this lovely track of Spa-Francorchamps. First use at the start of Formula 1. May had quite a few changes over the years. It used to be about 12-14 kilometres with on the streets as well, but obviously they had to change it quite a few times due to the fact it was too long and due to safety reasons as well. But what do you like about this track?
I think it's with Suzuka the purest of racing tracks. It's just going on with Ryan B. This section is incredible. This feels so lovely to drive. There's so many flowing corners. It is lovely to drive. I would caveat that with saying that the racing is sometimes a bit flat because it can develop into DRS trains, because the only sensible place without a massive pace advantage to overtake is down the Kemmel Straight. That said, to drive, I think for me it's only beaten by Suzuka as a pure driving track, but it is, in real life, it's pretty much the zenith of racing tracks. It's the best in my eyes.
Yeah, and there was a bit of debate in real life, actually, on whether it should be on the F1 calendar full stop. And when people thought that it was going to get removed, I was one of those drivers, one of those people that was like, no, it should be remained on the calendar for quite a while, because despite the issues about the rain in 2021, it did produce great races, including the Max Verstappen comeback to win the race, even though after starting 14th. So you can win from anywhere around it and still win, and anything can happen in Halloween. It usually does. So let's go on board with Ryan B as he heads towards the Kemmel Straight now. His Williams teammate Harry F is on a lap as well, which was up riding on board with before. Now, Lecombe can be very tricky with any type of track, because if you hit that curb, you're going to end up sending yourself into a spin or even retiring from the race, as I almost did in a race on Thursday. Some very tight and twisty corners. You're now past the corner of No Name, and I forgot what it's called now, but I still like to call it No Name. Who cares if I call it something else? It's all right. Heading towards Puron as well. You take it at 7th gear. Any gear higher than that, you'll probably go send into a spin. Heading towards Campus now, and heading into Stubble 01 as well, the corner where we saw Giovinazzi and Russell have a bit of a coming together and retired from, I think, the 2020 Belgium Grand Prix. Now heading towards Paul Friend now. This is going to be the straight now where you're going to be going at full throttle and heading towards 8th gear. Speeds up to 200 miles an hour, even higher as well, depending on your setup. Expect a lot of people going to be running as close to a lot of downforce on the straights, at least. As much as you can, almost close to 0-0 for some drivers. I won't recommend running 0-0 because I tried that once around this track and I ended up going into a wall quite a few times and losing a lot of grit. But anyway, Ryan Belshop's the line, 144.1 for him, and then we got his teammate who is invalidated, so he's not going to set a lap time.
Yeah, I forget what they've called it now. It's not Rivage, that's the other one, that's the one before.
I had it written down as well, but I've forgotten what it is. Rivage is Brussels. Oh, and I don't think it has a name. It should have a name, but I don't know. I really don't know. If someone in the chat can tell us, that would be lovely. That would be great. There's not many of you in chat. Anyway, as Jasper comes across the line in P1. No official Ferrari special livery this week. They got rid of it in the game, which I liked it. I like that livery. It looks good. And instead they got the McLaren livery, the special one. I don't like it personally, but I know there's some people that will differ from my opinion.
It's very busy.
Yes. That's probably why I don't like it. But anyway, Chris, our championship leader, up to the line. He goes P3.
Yeah, he just needs to keep it very. Just needs to keep his car on the track. He's got the pace on quite a few of these, the division where he can slot in a few thirds, fourths, and fifths to the end of the season unless Chill or Camke do something remarkable. I would actually argue that his closest rival on pace is probably Mick, and Mick is a long way back, so he just needs to really keep his car out of trouble for the remaining races, and he should really be in a good spot.
Oh, someone has retired. Has he got a quali ban? I'll have to check on Discord.
No.
On the steward's report.
I think he lost it out of Stavelot.
Stavelot, yeah. So he did lose it by himself then. Okay, that explains it. If he's got... Oh, is there another Ferrari spun? That is Jasper. Hopefully he's moved out of the way. There we go. He's moved out of the way. It's It Corner. It's the name named after Jackie, I believe. Who? I'm trying to find the name of the driver. I had it written down somewhere. Is it called? Is his name Jackie? I don't know.
Jackie X. Yeah, sounds right. I think so.
Yeah,
Please.
Jackie X. It was named after that no name, but I still like to call it no name. It's getting quite dark very quickly, so it might maybe rain on the horizon as prediction dictates, but I don't think there's any comments in the chat about it. So yeah, 11 minutes to go. I think people need to get their laps in quickly if it's going to rain.
Yeah, it's looking a bit ominous, and you don't want that when if you've invalidated a lap, or you're one of these guys coming, you're a bit late to the party, such as someone like MCR, who was just span. I was riding on board with him. Very strange place to lose it. Wonder if his setup isn't the best actually. This corner with Slayers going through now. This corner is getting progressively harder in these games, because that never used to cause anyone an issue going through there, but now it seems to be a little bit more fiddly, and you can easily understeer into that outside wall, which I think is probably what Aledi did. But yeah, if you're someone like Slayer and MCR, you're probably not enjoying this weather. You're probably thinking, oh, I've got to get in, and I've got to get in quick, because everyone's going to have the jump on. Yeah, that would be why.
And I can confirm that it is going to be a dry race. So, no rain.
Okay.
I kind of wanted it to be raining in Belgium, because usually rain at Belgium is quite fun, usually. But at least it makes the race more exciting if it's dry. And it is a dry qualifying as well. And it is starting to brighten up, to be fair. It just started dark, and it's going to brighten up. Okay, so thank you to whoever... I can't remember who responded to my query in chat. It was Maverick and Melty. So thank you both, by the way, as Chris's teammate goes on a lap now through the Ick corner. I don't like calling it. I'm calling it no name. Scrap it. I'm calling it no name. But anyway, Ghost. We'll see what his set to 2 is in a minute. And he almost went into a spin there, but he literally got the car into 7th gear just in time there. You don't want to be in 8th gear in that corner at all. And does he pass that corner right? Yes, he does. He's taking it a little bit tentatively, I think, in some parts of the track. I guess he just wants to get a lap going as well. High 44s we're seeing at the moment for some drivers. 143s for Marty, who's in pole position at the moment. What can Ghost do, though, in 13th? He needs to do a lot better to match his teammate if they want to do well in the Constructors' Championship, because even in the Drivers' Championship, there's points to be won. So is Constructors as well. So in the Singaporean livery from the McLaren team, can Ghost get it in the top 10? No, 11th place, a 144.5 12.8 for him as Major goes through Lecom, and Harry F about to go through Bus Stop to start his lap, and he invalidated his out lap. Luckily it's his out lap, so he gets to go again. It might not be his out lap. No, it was his out lap. Phew, that's all right. Harry F doing quite well in recent weeks as well, I believe. I can't remember if he retired last week or not. Let me just have a look at the standings. I don't know. Oh, yeah, he retired last week. It was Hungary where he performed well. Scrap that. But yeah, he DNF last week. One of the lot of drivers DNF last week. But this is a track where you can't make mistakes unless you spin through El Rouge. Don't go for moves in El Rouge. I tried that the other day and it didn't go well.
Yeah, it's perilous enough without having to worry about someone else's 2.5 meter long speeding bullet. As we have a spinner, I think that's Major. No, it's not Major. It's possibly, I don't know who that is, but someone is round and they're going very slowly. Oh, it's YHYY.
Oh, it's YHYY. He's in 9th at the moment. And he's about 12 seconds down, yeah, and he invalidated his run. So, yeah, guess who gets to go again? YHYY gets to go again. Major, his teammates invalidated. Who's binned it?
Chill out of the exit of the last corner. I've done that many a time in time trial in the last couple of hours. And I think that might have cost him quite significantly because he was pushing. I'm going to have a quick look at what his lap times were like.
What was his first and middle sector like?
Yeah, I mean he was slightly down going into the last sector, but I think that's probably why he was pushing. Is that?
Oh, Matty!
Wow, that's a quick time.
And Matty Marty 1-2. Oh god, that's going to be confusing.
Red Bull and Mercedes, we'll call them that. But the Alpines, how are they getting on? Obviously, famous Alpines.
Yeah. I thought we got rid of Evil to get rid of the Alpine curse. But we only got one. We only got one Alpine today. We had only one last week, and he did well. He finished 2nd. Now the one we usually tend to curse unintentionally is Melty. Melty's 8th at the moment, so we're not going to say anything more. We're going to shut up. But yeah, he's in 8th, not too shabby. But I think the Hasses need to do a lot better this week, don't they? With Naran Sam down in 14th, and not set a lap, so display. MCR will need to improve. Maverick down in 17th as well. Obviously, a Lady not setting a lap time. Another yellow flag. Is just someone moving. Yeah, it's just someone moving out of the way. And it is a long lap, then, isn't it? So they got to get into the pits very quick because I got caught out quite a few times. The Slayer spun in Lecom. So easy to do. I've got caught out quite a few times on many F1 games where I think, I have enough time to do one final lap. I cross the line, and it turns out that I don't have time to set a flying lap. So, yeah, they got to get into the pits very quick. But is Matty the sense of benchmark? Will we get into the high 142s, maybe?
It would be a great time. It would be.
That'll be
really
like F1 esports level.
These guys will be hard pressed to do it, but. Yeah, I think it's possible. It's possible if they're that close. Particularly, you would argue the top 3. They could definitely push for it as Slayer invalidating. A lot of people having a lot of trouble setting laps. Harry F is coming round. He hasn't set a lap, but he is trying to get. Oh, he's very slow. He's had an error somewhere, and he's going to peel into the pits and go one last time.
Maverick has binned it. Always retiring the pits. Okay, so we've had 2 retirements so far. Slayer comes in as well. So I think that is it for quite a few people, but most people doing their laps anyway. The only one on track, about to start a lap, is Jasper in 4th place. Now, where did he finish last week? Jasper forgot decent amount of points. He got 6 points last week. Could have been better, but to finish first, you first have to finish, and he's 7th in the standings, and quite a bit of a gap to himself and MCR, but he did get ahead of Marty due to Marty's DNF, which was a bit of a shame for Marty, to be honest. So with Jasper doing better than Marty, that would help him, but Marty's ahead of Jasper in the qualifying race so far. Let's see what Jasper could do on his run. I thought he was going to go dive into the pits there, but he didn't. So, I think it's a very cool going out this early, I think, because the track won't be rubbered in as much compared to the others who go out later on.
Yeah, he's managed to avoid. It's probably better going out now than it would have been about a minute before, because otherwise he'd have been swamped with cars. But yeah, I would have probably waited personally, because he's not got enough time if he invalidates as well. He's going right over the grass there, which is slightly strange.
Yeah, that does. That looks weird.
He does go purple, so he's obviously running some low wings. There are some 0-0s out there, I am sure. That is one of my favourite sections. Ooh, gets really squiggly over the curb. Horrible braking zone if you're not using ABS. This is probably one of the worst on the calendar. Downhill seems to go on forever. Through here, which is it's so easy to get on the power too early. But he's doing a really good job. This could be quite a quick lap.
Yes, it could be for him as he heads towards Piron now. He takes Piron very nice. He doesn't go wide at all. I'm surprised that some people did not take that exit curb and use it to extend a bit, because you can get away with that. But looks like Jasper didn't. Oh, he got away with that. I'm almost certain, because he has not invalidated through Paul Fred. He extended at the wrong corner. That I thought he's 4 tenths up in the middle sector. That would put him at the moment in provisional pole position right now. So you did say that was looking good. It's definitely looking good so far. Well, it's not looking good for Ryan Belshaw, as he's retired from the qualifying. So Jasper, he's got an error in the bus stop, because that's where he loses a bit of time in all his laps so far. Heads towards that. He nails that as well. Gets the car stopped in time. What is it going to be for Jasper? He's the first man into the 142s. Good job from him.
Absolutely cracking lap. Absolutely brilliant.
That final set was what helped him, I think, because he was 4 tenths up, and he gained like 3 tenths more in the final. I think he gained 7 tenths overall, didn't he?
He did. He did. I've got an interesting new timing glitch, which is some people are on 8-minute laps out laps, which is definitely not the case in 5 minutes. So a new one there.
Oh, it's all right for me. It's all right for me. So it's probably just your end, but I don't know.
So YHYY, I think, might be one of the first people coming over in anger, I think.
Yeah, he's done a 144.5. And he needs to find, I think, a bit more if he wants to beat Jasper. I think it's going to be tough for anyone to beat Jasper's lap. Everyone's on laps again. The only one not on the lap is Nantram. I think he might have a quali ban, actually. That's probably why he's still in the pits. Slayer is about to start 1 MCR in the middle of the Camel Straight into Lacombe now. And you need to be going into 5th gear here, which he does. By the way, if you take it again in a lower or higher gear, I ended up spinning quite a few times there. So make sure you do go 5th gear. I know some people could go higher or lower than that if you're F1 Esports, but we're not F1 Esports. There's a Ferrari that's I think Jasper moving out of the way. Yeah, it is Jasper moving out of the way. So who will be the first person to cross the line to finish a lap? Will it be Major?
YHYY. It's going to be YHYY. He's really messed up his second lap, because he's gained 9 tenths in the second sector. I think he could challenge Mick here.
Nope. He doesn't. But he's at the same time as Ryan Belshaw there. So fair enough. Major up to the line. He's going toward the final corner as well. You've got McLaren in behind him as well. I need to double check which McLaren it is. Up to the line he goes. 144.579 for him. Then we got Ghost who came across the line in 12th. Chris just going through sector 2. So we just got, I think, MCR who's come across the line. He can only manage 10th position. We've got a Williams, can only manage 9th. Then we've got a Ferrari. Oh, it's not Jasper, it's Mick. He's 5th at the moment. He needs to pull off a miraculous lap if he wants to beat his teammate. Can he get into the 142s? No, but he can manage 4th position. We got an AlphaTauri on a run. Well, he was on a run, but not anymore. So I think we're just waiting on Matty and Chris to set a lap time. Can Matty get into the 142s? No, he didn't improve on his time. And Chris is 11 seconds down. So Chris is not going to improve. So it's just Cam to set a run. He's a few 100ths down, up though. It's not quite to get pole. So it will be Jasper on pole position unless Cam has a decent final sector. 144.2 for him. So it is Jasper on pole, Matty second, Chris third, Mick fourth, Marty in fifth position. Those are your top 5. Good qualifying session from those guys.
Yeah, very quick. Very, very quick. Jasper with incredible pace there. Really clear.
3 temps as well, which I have to say is quite insane. So he's going to be a force to be reckoned with. So we've got Jasper from Matty, from Chris, from Mick, Marty, Ryan, Belshaw, YHYY, Chill down in 8th. That's not looking good for him in terms of championship-wise as well. That will mean Chris will extend his gap even more. Harry F 9th, Slayer 10th. Then we've got Melty MTR, Cam Major, Ghost, Nanshram, Maverick, and the lady. Only 18 drivers here this evening. But I'm still will have a great race nonetheless as well. And we're about to get underway for the formation lap 20. I'm trying to remember how many laps. I think it's 21 or 22. I think it's 22. Yeah, 22 laps, 19 corners, 10 to the left, 9 to the right. There's 2 detection points. But there are 2 DRS zones. 1 to start finish straight, and then 1 heading towards the Kemmel Straight. So those could be our main overtaking opportunities, but we could see overtaking opportunities in quite a few other corners around this circuit as well. There's a clockwise circuit. First actual race actually was back in 1925, even though the first Formula 1 race was in 1950. Juan Manuel Fangio won here in the Alfa Romeo. So we hope that the Alfa Romeos could do well, but certain Alfa Romeos not doing too good. So as the drivers alluded to earlier on, dry race. Nice and sunny, you can't see it at the moment, but it is very dry at the moment. What would you do if you're the drivers? It will either be medium or hard starting tyre, because the softs don't last long at all, as I found out on Thursday. Would you start on hards or mediums? Depends where you are on the track, right? On the grid, sorry.
Yeah, it's an interesting one because an early safety car, you probably want to have the hards on for like going on to the second stint. A fairly late-ish one, you want to have the mediums. It's pot luck a little bit, but I would say most will start on hards.
Yeah, that I would say is my prediction as well.
But we're wrong.
Wow. Well, they've proven our theory quite wrong. I said, we will start on hards. I agree with Mark. They're starting on mediums. Well, I might change my strategy later on when it comes to my race. Wow. Okay, so we got the only ones on hards though are Jasper, Marty, MCR, Maverick, and Aledi. Everyone else is on mediums. But I can understand why people would want to start on mediums, like early safety car, as you were saying. So I completely understand. But I found that out on Thursday. The hards take a long time to get up to temperature. They take about 3 or 4 laps, even more. And it is a long lap. So you're going to struggle in the opening stages where the ones on the mediums are going to try and breeze past you. So I completely understand the logic as well. It depends on tyre warm-up as well. And we know that Division 3 produced a lot of safety cars last week, even if it's on reduce. So, yeah, I could understand, but I thought more people would start on hards. I thought it would be an even split, but no.
Yeah, it's what's really exciting for us is that the top 6 are literally going in formation: hard, medium, hard, medium, hard, medium. So
there you go.
It's going to be. It's imperative, really, that Matty doesn't get jumped from Chris and gets past Jasper as soon as he can. But yeah, it's actually going to create quite a wrinkle. I am surprised, and what I'd have been tempted to do if I was someone at the back, I might have stuck the softs on. The reason being,
not a bad idea.
If there's an early safety car, you've got the benefit of having both of those compounds fresh, the ones that are actually useful. I'm a massive pessimist, so I would assume someone would crash, and that's my attitude. But
I tried soft to hard strategy. No, I did. I can't remember. Did I start? I can't remember. I started on. No, it was inters. That was it. I did start at inters, and it dried up too quick, and I had to go on hards quite early. Hards could last 17 laps, I believe. So most of the race. So 18, 19, about 5 laps. I think if the safety car comes in lap 5 onwards, you can go on hards to the end. So we're about to get underway. Jasper on pole, Few disqualifications, not as much as last week. That is good to see. 5 red lights are on. Jasper on pole, Matty alongside, Chris right behind them. And we are underway here at the Ardennes Forest. And a bit of a squirmy start from Jasper, but a decent start from Chris, actually. Going to try and go the long way around as they both got squeezed into turn 1. Jasper was the victim of that, and he's dropped down into 12th place, unfortunately. But it's Chris from leads, Matty in second, Marty third. Ryan Belshaw's on a good start, up to 4th place. Mick is in 5th. Harry S had a good start as well up to 6th, but they all head towards the famous El Rouge corner. Harry runs a little bit wide as well, which allows White to get better ground as well as they go side by side into the Kemmel Straight. No DRS, remember, but they're going to use a little bit of the toes. Harry F could try and get both of them. Unfortunately not. We've got MCR trying to get past Major into Lecom as no to Vanilla Vale. Unfortunately, Jasper gets past Cam up to 3rd. I don't think Jasper's got damage there, but I tried running 3-1 into the source before. It just did not end well. I was forced into it, to be fair, really, but one of them had to back out, one of them did not, and that's what happened to Jasper. He was the one who suffered the consequence. But again, this might be looked to the streets, but it is, to be fair, Chris, though, I was not expecting to get the start like that, but he got the runner's yellow flag. Oh, Harry F has spun. He's got a bit of damage as well to his car, so he's down in 17th. Yeah, he's lost a bit of his front wing. Not much of his front wing, though, but a bit of his front wing. I think, looks like more to the right more than anything else. I might just be his end plate, I don't know. But Harry F down in 18th. But good start from Chris there, who got into the lead.
Yeah, as we have another spinner, which is QVR Maverick. There's a lot of people that I don't think has practiced much race pace here. The car handles very differently compared to time trial, and that might be catching a few people out, I suspect.
Yeah, it does. Time trial is a lot different on this game than the race, so Grand Prix mode will be the best place to practice on, as MCR has had a bit of a moment there, going towards the final corner as we're on lap 2 of 22 so far, as we're seeing Cam trying to get past Jasper again. Chill! Oh, typical. The moment you get into the commentary box, Chill keeps making mistakes. There we go.
Yes.
Chill, stop making mistakes and stop spinning. Thank you.
I used to enjoy his mistakes when we raced together, because it was we were teammates, and it normally meant I was the first one in the pit box. But
not when you're watching him, right?
No, battle for the lead there, as Matty does get past Chris. So works out perfect for Matty. He now is the lead medium runner, and Ryan B is stuck behind the hard runners. So if Matty can get a move on here and pull out 3 more temps, he might run away. He might just get away from the rest of the pack. But it's a hell of an ask.
Yeah, it is a hell of an ask, to be honest, as well, for Matty and Chris to try and get all the help they need at this moment in time. But Marty, I think, we'll get to see the crossover point very, very soon. I have to say Marty fed the rest from the hard runners more than anything, because he didn't get in much trouble. And I think the main reason why a lot of the hard runners struggled was because of that tyre warm-up, as I was alluding to earlier. It just takes a long time to warm up. Don't forget they're on cold tyres as well, as May just had a spin through Paul Frette into Launchmont. And yeah, that's his race compromise. But again, still a long way to go. We could see a safety car as Maverick and EF are still running. Another yellow flag. Oh, Marty! And we got out. Oh, Melty.
What has gone on here? There's all sorts gone on. I couldn't. There's so many pitters.
It's hard to keep up.
There is just chaos so far in this race. This is absolutely crazy. Marty has gone round. Pat Jasper is up to 5th.
And Cam's up to 6th.
We've missed something massive, because I think there's a lot of people that have got damage there.
I think a lot of people got damage, yeah, as well. I'm not entirely sure. Jasper's thinking, what the hell's going on? I'm thinking, what the hell's going on? Is that Ryan Bells was up to 3rd, by the way. We got pick driver of the days at the end. I think it's going to be hard to see who's driver of the day in our end, but Jasper's up to 4th place. He's got past Slayer. So if you first don't succeed, don't give up. There you go. As Jasper's hard tyres are definitely starting to get into their operating window now. Same with Chris as well, actually. But Matty is really pulling away on those mediums. We'll see when Matty comes in. It will be around about lap 9-10 will be the pit stop window for the medium compounder tyres. Cam must be absolutely loving this at the moment, as he's also in that DRS train. We're starting to see DRS trains form now, and whenever that happens, if you're in the middle of that train, it's not good. You want to get past the driver ASAP, and you can't because you're stuck in a DRS train.
Yeah, 100%. I'd love to know what we've missed because there's just some crazy moves. Melty getting a time penalty. Obviously, he's being in that Alpine, he's almost certain to survive the race and not crash. But I'm really looking forward to seeing some people's point of view because something major happened there because there was such a backlog. I think someone might have got stuck out of the last hairpin, and I think they might have just parked it on the apex and people ran into the back. That's my suspicion because there seemed to be a massive concertina effect.
Oh, Marty, he's going to try and go around a very tricky corner of La Source. He had to back out of it, but I think he's going to get a better run on his teammate. He's not going to try and go for a move in our Rouge. Thank goodness he didn't go for a move in our Rouge because that would have been absolutely more chaos. But I have to say, good job to both the Red Bulls today. Both doing very well as Marty almost binned it in our Rouge, but he kept the car in good nick. By the way, Cam's got 25% ERS, so not a lot at all. As Slayer gets past Marty again. It's a good battle between the midfield of these guys who pretty much, some of them had a horrific first couple of laps and they're back in this. There's another yellow flag. Oh, what's gone on here? That's Chill again. Oh, Chill. And Melty. Chill and Melty have had a spin.
I cannot believe the Alpine is not winning.
Just because Liam isn't here doesn't mean we curse the Alpines. I think we seem to curse the Alpines more when Liam's not here.
So, here's an interesting one. Aledi and MCR both not had a great start, but they're finding themselves at a very good spot now. They're a bit off the back of 8th, but don't rule out anyone for a podium at this point. I genuinely believe that.
If it happens in our race later on, then bring it on, because I'm probably going to start at the back in Belgium today, I think, because my pace around Belgium against our lot is awful. Oh, Major's out the race. We're going to get a safety car.
Almost certainly, yes.
Safety car, I didn't see the... Oh, that was good. That's good timing for Ryan B. Oh, no. Let's hope the... Oh, so Matty passed us, the leader passed the safety car. That's all good. So they should be allowed to pit under it. If it came out a moment later, I think it would have been awful for them. But that's... Well, first safety car of the session. If you're on medias, would you go on hards now? Because realistically, it could get to the end from here, maybe.
I think all of the medium runners are pitting pretty much. Cam K hasn't because he went past the pit box, I think. Ryan B has gone on to softs. I don't hate it. Why have you gone on
softs, Ryan B?
Well, I think it's a... Yeah, I do hate it, actually.
A risky call. Well, to be fair, all the leaders are past the pit box, so they will be allowed to come in anyway. They won't lose that much time. And it will still be under doubters, so I think Cam should be fine. So will Melty, actually, as May just left the session, unsurprisingly.
That is quite a blow for someone like Mick. Mick has been really affected. Anyone that was pit early, they have really suffered. He had obviously a bit of an error, had some wing damage, but he has now lost big time because of this.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not the best, as a few of them are taking opportunities. YHYY will be very glad to see that safety car because he can slap on some hards and go
he can
back
still
round.
be in this race due to the amount of carnage that we've received so far. I thought Bakker had more carnage than this, but seems to me it's quite the opposite, even though we only had one retirement.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it'd be interesting to see now what the front lot do. You would assume that Matty pits and Chris stays out would be my prediction. Yeah. Cam K, I would assume will pit.
Yeah, I think if you're the mediums, you would come in. If you're in the hards, you probably screwed at this point, unless there would be another safety car. You would hope for another safety car, which I think could happen. I think there's going to be, 2 or 3 safety cars. I think 3.
Oh. So Melty has bucked the trend. Melty has stayed out.
He thinks there's going to be another safety car then.
Yeah, I don't actually hate it because he needs, in order for him to get a podium. Yeah, in order for him to get high up today, I think at this point, some weirdness has to happen. So if he did what everyone else did, he'd have been 10th or 11th. Probably way lower actually. 13th,
I think he
14th,
would rather be near the front guys than stuck in the middle and probably get contact from some drivers maybe, which is fair enough. Good, but he's got Ryan Belshaw on the sauce behind him.
Yeah. MCR has found himself in an incredible position.
Fair enough that he still has to pit, but again, safety cars could bring him back in.
Absolutely.
Let me have a look. I've written down the strategy. It's not much for difference actually in terms of tyre wear between the hards and the mediums. Actually, you would pit lap. The optimal strategy is pit lap 10 for hards. If you're on mediums, if you're on hards, pit lap 12. So there's a safety car lap 10. You would go on a set of mediums if you're on the hards, and you can go for it. So I think MCR's hoping if another safety car comes out, he could just go on a set of mediums, no problem.
Yeah, 100%. I think the window for the safety car period for mediums is quite high because the softs don't last. So
they only last about 7 laps, 5 laps optimal.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't actually hate it at all. I think it's quite clever.
Yeah, or he could maybe do medium, hard, soft, use all the tyres maybe, but there is a one-stop strategy here. Safety car will be in for another lap. We'll be out for another lap because we're waiting on White, Roy and Harry F to catch up. Right, we haven't looked at this, have we, for the entire race? Let's look at positions change. Letty up 12. Well, forget that some people are yet to stop. MCR up 8. Marty up 2. Chris up 2. Melty up 4. Maverick up 8. Cam up 3. Ghost up 3. Nantram up 2. Biggest loser, White down 10.
So here is quite an unusual situation. Cam K is second net. If we get no safety cars as it stands, Cam K is in a net second, and he's in 10th.
Matty's in that race lead at the moment. And who's net third? Oh my God, Slayer's a net third. What?
Yeah, this is the bizarre kind of topsy-turvy nature of it. Slayer's just kept himself very clean, as has Cam K. I do have to say, I was right on board with Cam K earlier. He might be the only person I've ever seen deploy ERS through Puon. One of the maddest things I've ever seen, unless it's a visual glitch.
Or
I hope
unless
he's listening.
You don't run ERS in Puon. I tried that, and I've hit a wall. That was during practice, though.
I hope he's listening, because maybe he'll listen to me, maybe he won't. I don't know, but it's probably a bad idea.
But he's better driver than me, so but every time I do it, I own the ball, and he's on a pad as well. So
yeah. It's no surprise to see Cam K and Chill struggling a little bit for pace because they're both on pad.
Is it a pad track or a wheel track, do you think?
It's definitely a wheel track. I think ABS can come in handy.
I'm just slow this track full stop on this game.
Yeah, it's a tough track. It really is. But it doesn't lend itself. There's a lot of corners which require quite a lot of precision, which I think always helps. Oh, what the heck has happened here? Jasper is round. He has lost it somewhere, and Jasper has just lost. Oh, what has happened there? If there was some contact, I hope there wasn't. I hope he lost it under his own accord. I don't think he did. What's really strange is that Jasper is now working his way through the field for some odd reason. I think there must have been some yellow flag rules there, but what an error. That
was probably the weirdest thing I have ever seen in my life. That was wow. So safety car's in, by the way, and Jasper's now on the back foot, which is very annoying. But let's see what Chris could do with this restart. As soon as he floors it, he's got to pretty much nail it. And he's go here in Belgium then. He's got away really well, as he did in the first start, as Marty stayed in second position. Let's see what Melty does on those mediums, as Ryan B tries to cut back as well on those soft tyres. And they're boxed in once again there. It seems to be a tradition with Ryan B at the moment, as we've got Matty who's ghosted. Is he disconnected? I think he is.
I think he might be.
Yeah, he's disconnected because he's ghosted on my screen. Or he might be desynced, I don't know. As Melty is trying to get past the Letty. Ryan B is trying to get past the Letty as well. As Ryan B does. What about Melt? Oh, no, he doesn't. He's hit the wall. Melty. Safety car, maybe? No safety car.
No. Really ill-advised move. And
that was a bit risky. Let's just say that.
Yeah, ill-advised. Obviously, I need to see both points of view, but it didn't look like that was ever on, and he's paid the ultimate price, which is a shame.
Yes. And if you made your bed, you got to lie on it, as Ryan B has had the best start out of anyone, up to 4th place, and now chasing down MCR, but he has to pit again, so he's in a bit of a state of bother at the moment in those soft tyres, but you never know, anything could happen, as Nanstrab's got a 3-second time penalty. Quite a few time penalties are kicking in at the moment, and no one seems to be catching Chris at the moment in P1. We've got Chris from Marty, MCR third, as Jasper tries to fight back on Maverick through Blanchimont of all places, and he gets past him up to 6th. So your net race leader at the moment, is it still? No, it's not Matty, because he's dropped down from AI.
It's Cam.
It's Cam, your net race leader. He's won 2 or 3 times this season. I think it's twice. Or it might be 3 times. I don't know. I think one of them he won when I wasn't here. Speaking of Cam, he's got past Maverick, his old teammate. Oh, no, he's not.
Oh, wow.
He's fighting. He's going to go for our Rouge. Who said you can't overtake in our Rouge? Well, Cam's going to prove that theory. And keep Maverick behind him. Good defensive work from Cam, by the way. He said you're not getting past in our Rouge, but Maverick's going to get such a decent toe from Cam, heading towards Legcom, and he can't get past. He has good cornering speed, Maverick, as well, which is quite nice. As I did see another move being made, but I wasn't quite sure who that was. As Ryan B is already falling into the back of Marty already, so he's lost a bit of time. Meanwhile, Melty's left the session, and a bit of a squirmy battle from Aledi and Jasper. That was close, boys. Yeah, they are leaving it all on the line, aren't they?
They really are. I mean, what's interesting is those softs already seem to they're out of the game a little bit, as we have a yellow. That's Chill. Nightmare.
Chill's having a nightmare race tonight, isn't he?
He is. He's not doing that well. Not doing that well today, but Ryan B's pace has gone through the floor on those softs. Those softs are really not too advisable. It's making me rethink my idea, actually. But
yes, I think after 4 laps they overheat quite massively.
What's interesting though is that I like that if there is a safety car in the next few laps, he's in a great spot. He's in a fantastic spot.
Does he have a set of mediums left though?
I think he does. It'd be
good for you to double check, because I can't, because I'm obviously streaming. But
let me have a look. If he has done this going, no, he does. Well, he was only on them 4 laps, but if he was on hards, this made a ton more sense.
Well, if there's safety car lap 14, he could go onto his mediums, couldn't he? That he started on.
Yes, yeah, that is true, but he's going to struggle to get them. Oh, there seems to be a mistake as Jasper gets past Aledi. Yeah.
A lot of mistakes from the drivers. That makes me worried about our race later on.
You can really tell who's running high wings. So Ghost and Aledi are running some seriously higher wings than most people.
Definitely, they're running 0-0.
Well, they seem to be running high. Some people are running quite low. I think Mick is running really low. I think Ryan B as well.
You can tell because if they're running on the straight, if they got good straight line speed, it's 0-0 wing. If they don't, you can tell if they lose if they're 0-0 wing, because they have it's unstable.
Yeah, there is.
And
that
speaking
as well.
of unstable, someone spun, and that's Harry F. So I think he's running 0-0 ring.
A
You can
Letty.
tell. You can tell as Chill gets past him.
Yeah, there's a lot of people losing it in strange places, which the problem is, and this is always as Camke's got to run on a Letty again. Yeah, it's definitely a Letty's running some seriously high wings, because Camke, he had to get out of the throttle there, and he's still with him. So I think Camke will find this quite easy down the Kemmel Straight, as we have a pitter, which is Ryan B. That hasn't worked out for him, unfortunately.
No. Has he got no front wing, or is he just pitting to go for hards, or maybe the mediums he started with? Hards. I'm a bit perplexed. I'm a bit confused.
Yeah, he's now got wear on both of the tyres as Maverick. Oh, he makes contact with Aledi. Aledi is slow through El Rouge.
As Jasper gets past MTR through the Kemmel Straight, and he gets past. He's still in third of all places. Wow. Jasper's got some good pace around here. Let's just say that.
Absolutely, and I think Camke is going to be praying for a safety car to not come out, which is probably the inverse from most of the races this season. As we have a yellow, that is Chill again. Chill needs to, a lot of these guys need to focus on staying on the lead lap. That's got to be their focus, because anything can happen. They're only halfway through.
And there could be safety cars.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm surprised we haven't seen one yet due to the amount of incidents we've had since the first safety car, but that's the game for you. And it's on reduce, that's probably why. If it was, by the way, if it was standard, I think there would have been a safety car from LT, but it's not. So that's probably why as well. 1.6 seconds gap between Chris and Marty, so Chris is running away with it at the moment. Again, he can pit any time, I think, from lap 12, but he can extend it to lap 14 if he wants to for potential safety cars. Maverick gets a penalty. Tucked up Maverick as Marty. Marty is in early. Yellow flag. That might be good timing for him. Safety car.
Wow.
That is perfect timing for Marty.
That is insane. And thoughts for, I was going to say thoughts for Ryan B, but he's the guy that's DNF'd, which is obviously awful. But
Oh, Marty had no front wing, I don't think. That's probably why he pitted early. I don't know. But still good timing.
What do you do here? This is awful luck for Camke, for Slayer, even for Mick, YHYI and Ghost. Really unfortunate. Chill is staying out. Now,
But you weren't on the mediums for that long, were you? So you could risk it.
yeah, I think this again. I think this is showing the hole in using both of the main compounds, because
I don't know why you only have one set of mediums. It's ridiculous. Because if there was another set of mediums, I would go on mediums if I was on hards.
Yeah, 100%, and it makes everything a really straightforward. But someone like Camke now is really going to suffer, because he's almost forced into not really going on those mediums. Yeah, which I think is.
Well, he was quite lucky in safety cars this season already, so.
Well, very true. And the thing I don't like about this one compound thing is spots like this where there's no real strategy to it. Don't get me wrong, there's luck in all safety cars, but there's a lot of races that have been compromised now. Pretty much everyone that isn't on 11 lap old hards, they're in a bit of a struggle. Mick, weirdly, might benefit quite decently, because he can go on those mediums and they won't be that used.
Yeah, because he pitted quite early, didn't he?
Yes.
So he could go on mediums then, if it's not punctured. So Chris is in, Cam stays out, Jasper's in, MCR's in. That's perfect for the hard runners. They're thinking, yes, I'm back in this. Maverick's back in this of all places. Now, where is Marty was going very slowly through the bus stop just to try and slow down to make sure he doesn't get under Delta. So where is Marty going to end up?
I actually think he's been quite potentially negatively affected by this. He needs to
go.
No,
don't overtake. Ooh. Oh, yeah, he had to let the Ferrari through. Okay. Oh my goodness.
He was fine on MCR because MCR was.
Yeah, he was fine
still
on
in pit
MCR,
exit.
but Jasper no, because it was still like under yellows at that point.
Yeah, because obviously the pit lane doesn't constitute part of the track, which is always a very interesting rule. I remember Sebastian Vettel using that to his advantage, overtaking into the I think China it was.
Yes.
Into the pit lane, but yeah, that was a little bit naughty, but no harm, no foul. It was he's given the spot back, so as Matty is causing absolute chaos with his vehicle that is no longer there. By the way, big shout out to the AI. 7th place, kept it clean.
Yeah. Is he? Yeah, he can't be still in the race. Unfortunately, AI don't get points.
What?
Jasper.
This is
Jasper.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, I think we need to people need to realise that as frustrating as it is unfortunately there. You can't just ignore.
You can't just ignore
these
it.
kind of things. Yeah.
And if you disconnect and can't get back, fair enough. But if you disconnect and can get back, just retire the car. Oh,
see, and
God,
that's why you don't do
Chris!
it. And that's why you don't do it. That is exactly why you don't do that. And I would assume he will get quite a nasty pen for that.
Yeah, he will.
Because this is why you don't try and play games and gamify things. That is
exactly.
Absolutely.
That was awful.
Silly.
Diabolical.
Very silly. And poor Chris. Yeah, poor Chris. I mean, it's hard to have sympathy with someone who's 50 points clear. But I do, and that is awful. Really
That is why
rotten
you don't
luck.
undertake. So Jasper, I think, will have some explaining to do. But anyway, we're about to get underway then. Cam will be leading the field away. Not much difference between the hearts and the meters, but he's going to go and floor it anyway. But it looks like Slayer had a better start from him. Yeah, Slayer, actually, no, he didn't. Looks like YHYY has got a good start to turn number 1. That's all sent. They all make it way cleanly. Ghost is trying to replicate what Chris did earlier on and try and make up for lost time, as Nantram had a bit of a squirmy exit as well. As we've got Jasper then, the leading medium, are not able to get past Matty of all people. So it shows how much the AI are faster than him. But anyway, Ghost is going to try and get past him now. Got the slipstream, no DRS, don't forget. I don't think he's going to get past as of yet, no. Jasper finally gets past Matty. So he's now going to chase down Nantram. Who, to be fair, Nantram's doing a pretty decent job, but I'm almost certain that he's going to struggle and Jasper's going to get past him, I'm almost certain. But to be fair, Nantram is still in this race. Doing alright. Marty gets past Matty, so does MCR. Yeah, Matty's dropping like flies. Oh, time penalty for Nantram. Oh, he was doing so well.
Yeah, not the most fortunate outcome for him, as Marty now finds himself in an incredible place, but he has to keep it clean. He's got to battle his way through. This is not going to be easy. Camke is actually finding himself in a very good spot. We've got spinners.
Spinners, chill. Ugh.
He's okay. He's managed to keep it, but he was on the grass.
You said he was going to keep it, right?
I'm obviously the Alpha Tauri curse. This is obviously my... and that's an overtake off track there from Patsa Jasper on flip.
I think there's going to be quite a few penalties getting through Jasper at the moment. He may get a race ban.
Hopefully not, but
he's got the penalty. He's got too many penalty points at the moment, though.
Yeah, it's not looking. It's in the words of our good Lord Castillo. It's not looking good, Brev.
No. I did see MCR get past Maverick. Yeah, he did.
He did, as Matty's AI. If he's still around, come back. Maybe he's got a power cut or something. But Ghost straight line's pace is awful. It is so bad. And the moment anyone gets near him, they're just gone. It's so unfortunate for him. He must be so frustrated right in that car running whatever wings it is. But he's doing well. He's doing really well.
He is up to 5th place as Mick gets past Maverick through Lecom, which is very hard to do, as don't forget top 12 score points. with Matty not here, looks like. It looks like Harry F will score points at the moment if he just keeps it up at the moment. And on the lead lap, pass into it corner, and Maverick gets into poo on, and he doesn't get past. Nobody running wide through there between the two of them, which is great to see at the moment. Time penalties might come into effect. In a few laps' time, we will start to see the softs become a viable tyre for the drivers to go on to until the end of the race. So just a safety car, that is something to consider. I think Cam would hope for a safety car because the Mias will start to catch up soon. But Jasper not doing very well. But he's got the good straight line speed though. Is he whoa. That was interesting. MCR gets past around Sam. What's going on? There's a bit of carnage happening at the bus stop, it seems, at the moment, isn't it? Chris dives it on the inside. As Maverick, I thought he was going to go into the pits there, but he doesn't. He's going to hold his line, it looks like. Attempt. Yeah, switchback, but he didn't go for it.
Great effort from him. As there seems to be a few kind of fraying tempers out there. It doesn't seem there's much, any kind of too much space given. They're really struggling to keep it clean around here. A lot of the cars too low on downforce. They're almost running it like it's Hockenheim back in the day. As Slayer gets passed by Jasper, and Ghost again. Marty just like he's not there. Really unfortunate for Ghost in that car. It's not the best setup, unfortunately.
No. Doesn't look like it, does it, at the moment, as Aledi, another 3-second time penalty. Let's look at the time penalties, actually.
Oh, Chris is round our championship leader.
Spun again. Oh, he's not having the race of his life at the moment, is he? His car is pretty much look like beating the walls at the moment, as Chill's still in this race. White is starting to close in on hard on Cam. So this could be his breakthrough for White, but he's on 2 lap older hards than Cam, because Cam pitted a little bit later compared to YHYY, so we'll see what they can do there. Jasper's now in that train almost, so Jasper's got to get a move on. Well, Jasper will be in this train, I think, sooner, because YHYY almost had a bit of a moment there. Maverick gets past Aledi again, up to 10th. Yellow flag, that's Chill again. Ugh.
Aledi defending the inside line. Harry doesn't go for it. Oh, Mick and Jasper.
No, Mick and Ransam.
Nam, sorry, yes.
Mick Nansam. That's it.
And Mick gets past. Really not been a beneficial.
Chill's out. Pull threat. Safety car. It's about to be a safety car. Surely it's got to be a safety car. Yes.
It is.
Right, what would you do? Surely it's viable tyre to go on softs. Hold on, let me do the math. 22 minus 17. 5. Optimal pace is 4 or 5 laps. Yes, I would go for softs. If you're near the back, at least.
Right, this is what you have to consider, isn't it?
Track position.
So, if you're someone like Flip, you're probably going to think, well, I might as well pit. And then if you're Mick, you've got to think that everyone behind you is going to pit. That would be my assumption. So then Mick pits.
Yeah.
Then if you're MCR, you think, well, if Mick's pitting, I'm going to pit. And then before you know it, everyone's pit. So,
if I was in the back, I would definitely pit. But
it's a free hit. Chris is going to do brilliant things. I'm predicting now, from now until the end of the race. He's got a fantastic opportunity. You just don't know, especially with some penalties being applied. But this is such a conundrum for Cam K, because the problem is, as it stands, he's going to come out 14th. If no one else pits, he's going to come out 14th. But of course, loads of people are going to pit.
13th, Matty.
So yes. Slayer.
Slayer, no, he was running so well. He's got drive through. Slayer.
Now that might even make life a bit easier for someone like Cam K.
I would pit. Well, to be honest, if Cam pits, I think everyone else is going to pit.
Oh, YHYY, what are you doing? YHYY pits. Great decision. I think
Jasper stays out. Slayer's in.
Slayer pits.
Ghost
Marty stays
out. MCR stays out. Mick stays out. The Ransam's in. Chris, why are you not pitting? Chris.
Okay, This is absolutely wild, because what this has now done, this has actually worked out pretty awfully in some ways for YHYY. I would have assumed more people
would have came in.
Oh
my goodness.
Safety car is in this lap as well. The safety car is...
Hang on. Wait. I had that glitch at... Holy shit.
Wow.
Oh.
This is absolutely bizarre.
Cool. We should red flag this. Do you think that's because Chill disconnected?
Well, I don't know. Did the safety car just jump?
I don't know. Safety car's going through bus stop now.
This is gifted Camk the win.
It has.
This is absolutely bizarre. He's going full pace.
He is.
This is it.
Oh my god.
5 lap of grid start.
I've seen it in another league where it's where I was racing it. It was around Silverstone. It screwed me over.
Well, what has happened here? And this could be a famous podium here for MCR.
And maybe for Ghost as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
I think Chris did the right thing with not pitting.
Unbelievable. What has gone on here?
I think Cam must be... I think Cam likes winning, but I don't think he would want to win in these circumstances, would he?
No. No, but...
That goes down in history as the weirdest glitch in LOE history.
That is up there. I mean, as a massive MCR fan, I am very happy. I'm sure Doom is as well. Who might well be watching. I'm an MCR fan
as well.
Yeah, I think everyone that knows the Novak, as he's somewhat otherwise known as well, he's a very nice man. I am rooting for this guy, but not under the... Well, I am under these circumstances, but very, very odd, and this has caused havoc.
That's
and
caused havoc for people that think there was going to be a safety car, and... I think there's going to be a lot of chat in the D3 chat after this race.
I would think so. So, this is the issue that we have now. We've got... I tell you what, do not rule out Chris, because Ghost is holding up MCR and Mick, and Chris is gaining so much.
Chris could get a podium then.
He could. YHYY is doing well.
Safety... What? What?
What's happened?
Safety car? I see a safety car on the track.
Oh, is it doing that thing where it flies around?
Yeah.
I can't see it, but that...
I see it on my screen. Oh, God.
Unbelievable. But...
Codemasters, oh, God. Jasper's caught up a lot to Cam, by the way.
He has,
but he's got a time penalty.
This is it, and there's a lot to be done here. There's a lot to be done, because Chris he's used everything to get there. Oh yeah, I can see the safety car. The safety car is...
It's not even on the mini-map, but you can... Wait, where is it now?
It's going through the last corner, and it's picking up Harry F. Harry F's having a drive around it. It's... Matty is following it.
Oh my god! Game.
If that is not ghosted and it catches people at the wrong point, that could be very disastrous. If it's going up Eau Rouge or something.
Oh, this is not going to end well.
But
oh my god. Well, we do have a message from Chill. He had floor side pod damage throughout the race. That's why he kept spinning. And he had an incident with someone in the turn 1 lap 1. I'm not going to say who.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much ended his race. But Jasper's got to think of a move ASAP, really. Maverick's got a 3 second. I'm seeing if there's any word in the LOE chat, actually. Jim saying safety car trolling in D3 at his finest.
Absolutely. So Chris is out of battery. He is using it. MCR is not using it. This is really bizarre. I think MCR and Mick are saving it to the last knockings. Ghost, look, Ghost straight line is just so bad, and Mick is gonna get up the inside.
Oh, Chris, he had a bit of contact there. That was tight. Holy moly.
So,
White could get the both of them into turn one in that source. Yeah, he does. White up to 6. So maybe him on the softs is not the baddest of ideas at the moment, as he's going to try and get past maybe Mick and Ghost. Jasper's got the lead for Cam. This is unbelievable scenes. But he's got penalties of 3 seconds. So he's got pulled away by 3 seconds. Can he do it?
Ghost's straight line is just absolutely nowhere. He's just been overtaken by both of them there down the Kemmel Straight, and he's now in 6th, and Mick could well fly away. YY is loving this because he is going to be in the prime box seat to get that spot, because you want to be behind, not ahead on the last lap. But MCR and Chris are still going at it, hand-to-hand combat big time.
Yeah, they are, aren't they? Their guns are blazing into Pooh now, and they could gain advantage from it due to other people's penalties. But we're on the penultimate lap. So much chaos has happened, so much glitches have happened at the moment. Jasper's falling away by almost a second. Cam's tyres are starting to die. He's got to get within DRS, otherwise he's screwed. And Lenny's got a time penalty, so that's 3 seconds. All Cam's going to hope for is Jasper gets a time penalty.
Yeah, and I think he could be okay. He just needs to keep it smooth, and he should be fine. But Ghost has just dropped off the back. I've never seen such slow pace. It's absolutely incredible. He's
Mick on
driven a great race.
YY in the back of Mick.
This should be it. There's almost no way that this can't happen. And YY just needs to keep this really nice and smooth. Good throttle application. He got on the ERS before he got the power. That's a bit strange. But he's going to have, I don't think, any issues here. And that will be job done.
YY almost had a bit of a slide there. But he's going to try and get past Mick. Sure, this is job done, as we were saying earlier. YY squeezes him. Yeah, he gets past Chris, now up to 7th. So Chris staying out did help him a little bit. Oh, it's caught our leaders. That's not helped Cam. Oh no. Oh no. That's helped Jasper though, because he was able to negotiate the safety car. Final lap here in LOE Division 3. You do not want to miss it, because Jasper's on a push right now to try and make sure he stays in the race lead. But will he be investigated due to his issues in the safety car? I don't know. Probably not. But anyway, Jasper, he's using all his battery just to stay ahead of Cam on the track and due to penalties. But he's hardly got any left now. He's got to nail this bus stop. If he nails this bus stop, he will win the race. As Jasper going towards the final corner. And he's going to win the race on track, I think. But he will get him on penalties as well. Yes, he does. Jasper wins in Belgium. Cam in 2nd. Marty up to 3rd. YY is just about going to get hold on to 4th with Mick in 5th. MCR good race from him. Chris a good recovery drive for 7th.
Letty's round.
Letty's
lost
out
it.
of the race.
And that gives Slayer.
That gives Slayer points. That gives Slayer points. I don't think Slayer will be expecting that. Harry F comes across the line in 9th. Maverick 10th. Naransam gets points. After some bad luck recently. Fair play to him. And Slayer will get points as well. So, we got pit drivers of the day.
Wow.
I'll let you pick 2 since you're the guest.
I mean, Cam K genuinely deserves a nomination.
I see you're gonna give one of yours to Cam.
Yeah, sometimes I think he gets a bit lucky with some of these nominations, but 100% today. brilliant race. The second one is a tough one, actually. I'm trying to think of someone that wasn't necessarily too affected from that safety car. I would probably go YHYY, because even though that safety car completely ruined him, he's managed to come back to fourth from, and he may well have won that race if the safety car didn't do anything strange. So I'm gonna go YHYY, who also incidentally picked up the fastest lap.
So Cam and YHYY. Well, you picked one of mine, because I was going to pick YHYY. I'm going to give mine... it's very, very tough, but I'm torn between Marty and MCR. I'm going to give it to Marty. He kept out of trouble most times. He made some brilliant moves. So, yeah, Marty is my third driver of the day. So we've got Cam, Marty and YHYY as your nominations. So there we go. Let's run for your order, actually. We've got Jasper from Cam, Marty, YHYY, Mick, MCR, Chris, Ghost, Harry F, Maverick, Nansram and Slayer are your top 12. Then we've got Leddy, Matty, Chill, Ryan B, Melty and Major has retired. And yeah, we've just seen the weirdest glitch ever. And if you retire and you cause a safety car and you're the host, don't leave, because that's what happens. There's a weird glitch. So hopefully that gets fixed, otherwise we're going to be in a spot of bother.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think the key is in the chat, keep a calm head. It's a very strange race for many, many strange reasons, but just keep it relaxed.
Yeah, exactly. I think due to the glitch we had, we don't have a clue what the results could be. I don't think we'll have time for interviews, I think, unless we want to do them. I don't know. What do you want to do?
I think maybe not this week, because there's a lot of weirdness, a lot of strangeness going on as it's going.
We know Cam's on the podium, definitely, no matter what.
We do know Cam's on the podium, yeah, absolutely.
Because
he's definitely
he would have led anyway without the glitch. So yeah, Cam will be on the podium, but yeah. So yeah, no interviews tonight. That gives us enough time for us to practice for our race. Because we've got Division 2 and Division 4 on in about half an hour. I can't remember who the commentator's on for that, but make sure you check them out. You could cheer on me and Mark. Hopefully Mark does well tonight. Fingers crossed. And I think it might be just Packer tonight, because Maverick can't commentate for some reason. But anyway, thank you for watching. Thanks to Mark for joining me. Hopefully Evil can join me next week. We will see you next week. What track are we in next week? We are at... Oh, we're at Austria next week. Oh, looking forward to Austria. Should be fun. We will see you next week for the Austrian Grand Prix. I've been Jess. Old School's been Mark. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.